The 2020s, a decade etched in history not for triumphs, but for trials. A time when the unpredictable became reality, shaking the very foundations of our existence. From natural disasters of unprecedented scale to man-made calamities, Earth and its inhabitants faced a relentless barrage of challenges. This is the chronicle of our darkest decade. The whispers of impending doom transformed into a deafening roar. As the Earth rumbled, skies darkened, and viruses mutated, humanity confronted its own vulnerability in the face of forces beyond control. Cities crumbled, and the death toll climbed with each passing hour. The once distant specter of global catastrophe had become our daily reality, leaving an indelible mark on the collective human psyche. The Earth, our constant companion, revealed its raw power with terrifying clarity. Earthquakes, once rare occurrences, became commonplace, ripping through continents with unprecedented ferocity. Entire cities were reduced to rubble in the blink of an eye, leaving behind a trail of devastation and despair. Oceans, once sources of life and serenity, transformed into raging beasts, unleashing tsunamis that swallowed coastlines whole. Island nations vanished beneath the waves, their existence erased in a matter of hours. Coastal communities, once vibrant hubs of activity, were reduced to ghost towns, haunted by the memories of the waves' wrath. Hurricanes, fueled by a warming climate, grew in intensity and frequency, their winds tearing through cities with a vengeance. Homes were ripped from their foundations, trees uprooted like twigs, and infrastructure crumbled under the assault. The aftermath was a scene of utter devastation, a grim testament to the destructive power of nature's fury. As if the wrath of nature wasn't enough, a new threat emerged from the shadows, a pandemic of unprecedented scale. A virus, invisible to the naked eye, swept across the globe with terrifying speed, leaving a trail of sickness and death in its wake. Hospitals, overwhelmed by the sheer number of infected, became battlegrounds, their corridors echoing with the cries of the sick and dying. Healthcare workers, clad in protective gear, fought tirelessly on the front lines, risking their own lives to save others. Lockdowns became the new normal as cities and entire countries shut down in a desperate attempt to contain the spread. Schools, businesses, and public spaces stood eerily empty, a stark reminder of the invisible enemy that had brought the world to its knees. The pandemic's impact extended far beyond the realm of physical health, leaving deep scars on the global economy and social fabric. Section 4. Societies in Shambles. Natural disasters, pandemics, and economic turmoil proved too much for many societies to bear. Governments found themselves ill-equipped to handle the scale of these crises. Trust in institutions eroded, paving the way for unrest and instability. Political divides deepened, fueled by misinformation and desperation. Protests erupted worldwide, a visible manifestation of simmering anger and frustration. Some protests escalated into riots as people resorted to violence to be heard. The social fabric began to unravel. Section 5. Technology's Dark Side. In the midst of these cascading crises, even technology, once hailed as humanity's savior, seemed to turn against us. Power grids, the lifeblood of modern society, proved vulnerable to both natural disasters and malicious attacks. Massive blackouts plunged entire regions into darkness, crippling communication networks, disrupting essential services, and sowing chaos and confusion. Data breaches, once isolated incidents, became commonplace, exposing sensitive personal information on a massive scale. Governments, corporations, and individuals alike fell victim to cyber attacks, highlighting the fragility of our digital infrastructure and the ever-present threat of cyber warfare. The very tools that connected us now threaten to isolate us, erode our privacy, and undermine the trust that held society together.